It's the beginning of October week. Time for young people in particular. Families, quality time. How should it be spent? And how should it not be spent? A school head teacher wrote a letter to all of the parents, begging them to make eye contact with their children when picking them up at the end of the school day, and to come to the school with their phones in their pockets. This is where we are at as a society. Talk about bonding, security, the safety and comfort that children should find in their parents' face. Your phone camera knows your iris patterns, but your children don't. The compassionate look of mum and dad, the smile, the welcome home smile. How was your day, son? Daughter? How was the day today? What did you learn? Is everything okay? Those moments are very formative and very important. And we are depriving an entire generation of them. It's very interesting, isn't it? When you look at another happy family and you don't have children, you think, wouldn't that be lovely if I had a little girl, a little boy? Huh? All the routines of family life. And then you become the parent and you have those children and you see that to be a burden. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi rajiun. Is that how it should be? I'm not speaking for everybody, but I think I am speaking for the many. We forget the blessing of being a parent and having children, and our duty towards those children. What is the worth of a mobile phone? What is the worth of that online interaction as compared with the quality time with you and your young children? They need you. So, as we enter into this holiday week, the parents that fall into the category that I've just described are hardly likely to be, shall we say, necessarily giving the same children the kind of attention they require behind closed doors, inside the house. My friends, our children need us more than ever. In the old days, the major influence which built the character and value system and worldview of a child was the family. It was the parents, and it was the teachers. Today there are other influences. Influencers, online influencers of every shape and color and form, calling towards every direction. From the mundane to the outlandish and strange and bizarre to the dangerous. All sorts of invitations. They're all competing for your child's attention. The other day I came across an article relating to Roblox. Never heard of it? A certain generation has. It was a very long article, and it went into huge detail of how this has occupied, colonized the minds of millions of children, and how they live a parallel world, a life, a parallel life, relating to which their parents have no knowledge whatsoever. It's a complete world. And by the way, it's completely worthless and useless. It has no meaning. It will not prepare them for their adult life or for their life hereafter. Very enjoyable ways of wasting our life away. If only we were to appreciate the value of the permanent, the long-term success, as opposed to the temporary, the passing fad of the moment. If I say to you, would you like to be given £1 million now? Even if you don't say anything. Yes. And what if this £1 million was to be given to you in the form of ice lollies? £1 million worth of ice lollies with no refrigerator, no deep freeze. How long would your asset last? Can you sell that £1 million in the time it takes to melt an ice lolly? Even on an autumn day like this. Do we understand? Is this making sense? The pleasures of the dunya are the ice lollies. They are the ice cream of the moment. They're not permanent investments for the short-term pleasure. The long-term investment is the one that will be permanent. Ala kullu shay'in ma siwallahu batilu. As the poet said, and the Prophet ﷺ said, this is the truest poem ever. This one line. Beware. Everything besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is void. It will come to an end. كل من عليها فان ويبقى وجه ربك ذي الجلال والإكرام. So we need to think beyond the short term, the convenience of giving that gift of the latest mobile phone. Why on earth would you buy, as a sensible, responsible parent, and I'll close, a mobile phone, a smartphone for a primary school kid? Why would you do that? You have to be crazy as a parent to give a 9-year-old, a 7-year-old a smartphone. And even at secondary school, what use is it? How much benefit and how much harm? Why don't we care enough? We have to re-educate ourselves. And this hands-off approach to parenting will not work. It will destroy the future generations. They can't speak full sentences. They can't write a paragraph. They can't hold personal relationships. Their emotional intelligence. There is a huge range of psychological problems, and not to talk about addictions online. Be it inappropriate material or even gambling, or just playing persistent scrolling. And the amount of school fights which happen because of things which didn't happen in the playground, they happen online, and then there's an argument in school. This is common now in schools. Children will abuse one another without realizing the consequences. Online, say things which are nasty and unpleasant, and then they'll fight when they come face to face. Young people will fall into depression, even become suicidal because of online abuse. My friends, as parents, let us become educated, and let us step in, and let us find quality time with our kids, for our kids. Let us engage with them, and let us not just let this holiday week pass in a random fashion. So I was saying, let's make 2 intentions. For our families, for ourselves, for our kids, inshallah. This October week. Yes? One is we will all be punctual with our salah. Yes? And encourage our families to perform salah as well. Inshallah, 5 times a day. And the second is we will review our internet usage and that of our children. And we'll talk to them about it. Do we make that commitment, inshallah?